The universe has your back. The universe is always there. There's this undeniable force that is in support of you and what it is that you want. It loves you undeniably, and it is responding to you.
Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharaj, a former NBA Toronto Raptors dancer turned ICF accredited spiritual life coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Star Seed Academy coach training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Words of Wisdom. I'm Minerva, and I'm so glad you're here with me. Today, let's talk about 3 signs from the universe your desires will happen. So I'm going to share 3 here with some wisdom, words of wisdom, hello, and some examples of how, like real life examples of how this applies. And I also want you to even think back to when this has happened for you, because I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast and you're into spirituality and personal development and manifestation, you have had some experience of it. So I want you to start taking inventory of that and thinking about it, because it's not something that's going to be brand new to you. And maybe it is. And if it is, that's totally fine. It's wherever you are in your journey. But I just want to let you know that the universe has your back. The universe is always there. There's this undeniable force that is in support of you and what it is that you want. It loves you undeniably, and it is responding to you. So I want you to know that you are supported, you are loved, you are worthy of your desires. And it's so fun to get these intuitive messages, these intuitive downloads, the signs from the universe that everything is in sync and everything is in order. And sometimes we do need those extra signs, because you could be doing all the things, working on the mindset, working on the energy, you're having the faith, you're connected to source, you're connected to God, whatever your word is, and you're doing all the things. And sometimes you feel like you need to say, okay, Spirit, I just need a sign that this is all working. And I had those moments. I had that moment recently too. So I wanted to share with you 3 signs from the universe that your desires will happen. A nice confirmation, a nice message that shows up in different ways. Now, I'm only pointing out 3, the top 3 that's happened to me or what shows up for me quite often, but there are more, such as like music and numbers and a dog walking by and there's a name, or you overhear a conversation. So those are all signs to be on the lookout for. So if you need a confirmation, if anytime you get that feeling like, is that a sign? It probably is. But if you're really forcing it, if you're really looking hard for it, you're actually going to block it, because universe can't flow through a tight hose, right? A kinked hose is what I say. And so when we are worried, when we're doubtful, when we are searching, when we are forcing things to happen, we're putting a kink in the hose and it's hard for it to flow in. So the goal is to be relaxed and to be open and to be receptive and be in trusting mode that everything is happening for your highest good. Okay, so let's go into the 3 signs. Number 1, be open to visions and dreams. So as I shared, Eat, Meditate, Love is up and running again. It's happening September 9th to 11th in Ontario. And, you know, the way it downloaded, it just flowed. Got that creative urge, that push, that pressure, that like divine pressure, like feels so good and lights me up that I wrote the page in one night. Things just unfolded within a week and we had it up and running. We released it. We launched it. It's on Instagram. It's on our website. And I was doing all the things. I was feeling really good. I have a strong vision. And then I also said to God source one night, I say this, it's interchangeable. I use different words. God, source, spirit's all the same to me. It's a greater energy that exists around, within, and all around us. And I asked source and I said, okay, can you just give me a sign that this is working, that this is going to happen? And even with the confidence, even with the passion that I have. Even though this retreat has sold out before many a times, I still had a moment of, is this gonna work? So I asked the universe one night before going to bed, give me a sign that this is gonna work. And in fact, I didn't even expect it to come so quickly, which is probably a sign, right? Like I didn't expect it. I wasn't looking for it. Went to sleep, and that night I had a dream that it would 14 people were at this retreat. We're by the lake. We're doing yoga. We're doing meditations. We're sitting down. We're having discussion. It was just this high vibe feeling I got within it. And like my heart was like, this is it. I'm at peace. This creation has unfolded into the physical. Like I can feel the feelings. Like it was very clear. And it was 14 people at the retreat. And when I woke up, I actually forgot about it until I had a conversation with someone. I think it was my husband or something. And I was like, oh my God, I had a dream last night. I actually had 14 people at this retreat. So it gave that kind of calm and peace for a moment of like, okay, when the ego mind pops up of like, hey, it's not going to work out. Hey, this is going to fail. Forget about all the past successes. Time has run out. Like the ego shows up. You know, I talk about the ego a lot. Love the ego. It's there to serve me, not hinder me. I use it as a friend. And so when that shows up and I had that dream, it just gave that like reassurance, and we all need that. I just don't depend on that. Do you know what I mean? We all need that little push in the tush. We need that support. And so that was just a nice message to receive in the form of a dream. Now, asking is the first step. Is asking for a sign is the first step, first of all. And then relinquishing that, how the answer is supposed to show up, when it's supposed to show up, and what form it's supposed to show up. I didn't know it was going to show up in a dream, but it came in a dream. And this has come to me many times before, very clearly in terms of like verbatim, like people at a retreat, the people at the retreat shows up, right? People at the retreat in the dream, and then it actually shows up. And it's also showed up as a sign, and there's like a deeper meaning behind it. Like I remember when I first started dancing for the Raptors, I was waiting for the coach to call me, like the first season, and I auditioned and did a few rounds of auditioning, and I was waiting for the call. And that night, and this was like years ago, I danced in like mid 2000s, dating myself a bit here. But when I danced for the NBA Toronto Raptors, I was waiting for this call. And at that night, I had this dream of this like wheel, the wheel of fortune, just spinning and spinning. And then I won like the highest number on the wheel, and like confetti and like balloons. And like, it was like, yeah, like everyone was going wild. And then I had that dream, but didn't know how to make sense of it, because I'm like, I didn't win a game. Like, I'm not playing any games here. But later on that day, got a call from the coach, and congratulations, you are now a member of the NBA Toronto Raptors dance team. So just to let you know, like not being so confined on how it's supposed to show up, what it's supposed to look like, and when it's supposed to show up. So being open to dreams and visions, right? So sometimes you just might be in the shower, or you might be driving or on a walk, or something so unrelated to the thing that you are focusing on. And that's really the thing, is take your attention off of it. And then a vision will come in. You just get this clear vision, or this intuitive feel, or this sensation, a knowing of what is going to happen, or what it's going to be about, or when it's going to be. And so that's a sign. I believe that's a sign from the universe working with us and for us. So be open to that. So visions, dreams, and how that shows up. And it doesn't always have to be a visual thing, because I know some people are not like tuned that way. So it could come as like a sensation or a feeling. So just be open to how visions and dreams show up for you. Okay. And it's a sign in support of what it is that you are calling in. Number 2 is rest and restore. So the universe needs you to relax, needs you to rest. You need to allow yourself to restore your energy. And when you're in rest and relaxation mode, and I talk about this quite a lot, that's part of your creation process. And it takes form in different ways. Like it's not just about just sleeping. It's about being in a restful receiving state, being in a relaxed state in order to receive these signs. But number one, to be in a rest and relaxation state in order to receive the signs, to be in alignment, to be in the frequency, and to be in the open door mode for the signs to come in. But also so that when you are in rest and relaxation mode, that's where you receive downloads. That's when you receive an idea or a new thought or inspired action, something you're moved to do something that will lead you to the thing that you want ultimately for yourself. So, in order to receive a sign, this is kind of like twofold. In order to receive a sign, you need to be rest and relaxation mode. But also, when you are in rest and relaxation mode, you can receive more in terms of guidance, clarity, answers, a vision, and the next step that will lead you to the thing that will happen for you. And again, sometimes those signs, like the next step, may not, you'd be like, well, how is this even related to me finding my life purpose? If that's the thing that you're trying to figure out, maybe the sign is when you're in rest and relaxation mode, you get this download of, go out with your friends tonight, or why don't you start a new hobby? And you're like, well, I don't want a hobby. I want to figure out what it is I want to do. No, go out and act on what you intuitively feel. When it feels relaxed, when it feels restful, when you're in that light mood, get used to things being light. Get used to things being easy. Get used to things being good. We're so used to, and now I'm going to go on my little rant. We're so used to things having to be hard and for it to be a struggle in order for it to be good. In order for it to happen, in order for us to be worthy of the thing that we desire. Get used to it being good and light. Get used to things being easy because, in fact, it wants to be easy. That's how it actually flows in more, is by you being in a restful, relaxed mode. So the universe wants you to be in that. And that's a huge sign because the universe is of a relaxed state, a relaxed, easy energy. And now you may call it universe, you may call it creation, it may be two separate things and be one of the same. But if you were to just take a moment right now and just tune into what the universe means to you and the energy of the universe. For me, when I tune into the universe, this expansive, infinite, galaxy-filled space is how I envision it and feel it. And the vibration and the frequency that is of the universe is one that is complete void and relaxation. This stillness, this expansiveness, but really it's just so relaxed is how I take it. So if the universe is of that vibration and I can allow myself to be of that vibration, we are one of the same. And therefore, we are working as a team and will be able to communicate and receive the signs, the downloads, the next steps, the guidance, the thing we are calling in, if we would just allow ourselves to be of the universe. To further my point that the universe wants you to be in rest and relaxation mode in order for things to happen with more ease in your life, with less resistance, is that, have you noticed that, I want you to think, because I know there are at least 3 things that have occurred in your life that you wanted to happen in your life that came to you when you least expected it, or with the most ease, with the least resistance. What are 3 events or 3 things that have occurred in your life that has showed up with the least resistance? That's a sign from the universe that things are going to happen for you, whether you work quote unquote hard for it or not. That you don't have to work hard and forceful and overwork yourself and control the situation, that you can just be in a state of ease, flow, receptivity, that you are worthy, that you are loved, you are supported, and it's going to happen for you. So what are 3 events or 3 things that have showed up in your life with the least resistance? That's a sign from the universe that you are supported and it's listening to you and it's going to happen for you. And my final sign for today is tune into your body and intuition and honor it. How is this a sign from the universe? If you tune into your body and intuition and honor it, as like I mentioned before, that you are a product of source energy. You are a product of the universe. The DNA of the universe lives within you. And if you can take a moment to tune into your body and listen to your body and tune into your intuition and listen to your intuition. And when I say listen, honor it, give it what it is it's asking for. Rest, action, a walk, get up, sleep, whatever your body is telling you, listen to it, because that's a sign as to whether you are in alignment or out of alignment to the thing that you want, to the life that you desire, to what you are meant to experience in this lifetime. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, because it only wants what's best for you. It's only about wellness. It's only about health. It's only about wealth. It's only about abundance. It's only about peace and happiness and ease. And us as humans on this journey is what puts it out of whack. When we work against our body, when we work against our intuition, that's where we feel the resistance, the struggle, the force, the strife. So if you were to tune into your body more, tune into your intuition more, you will get clear answers and direction from the universe, because the universe lives within you. Source energy lives within you. If you tune into it and listen to it, it'll bring you back into alignment to the thing you want. And it will always, always lead you to the thing you want, because it's only made of wellness and abundance, peace, love, energy, all of the goodness of life, of the universe, that what the universe has to offer. It lives within you. And so when you take a moment to tune into your body, is it tense? Is it tight? Is it tired? Is it drained? Is it burnt out? Are you pushing too hard? It'll tell you whether you're in alignment to the thing that you want or out of alignment, whether you're in or out of alignment to who you truly are at the core. Tune into your intuition. What is it saying? What do you need? What should you do? What should you not do? It'll give you the guidance you need that will lead you to the thing that you ultimately want. So I hope this makes sense for you. It's a different way of thinking about signs. But number one, it's always asking, show me a sign. And then it's also, the second thing is that you are the sign as well. So it's a merriment, it's a co-creation, it's a co-working of the internal and external forces that reside. So you can ask for a sign, and then yes, you can receive it through a vision, through a dream, through music, through numbers, through a conversation, or someone just randomly messaging you or telling you something. You're like, well, that's funny. I was actually just asking for a sign, or was thinking that. And then it's also starting to tune in to yourself, being in a rest and relaxation mode, and so that you are in alignment to signs, so that you are in flow and move towards the direction of what it is that your soul desires, what you're here for. And then tuning into your body and your intuition, turning inward for the answers, for the signs, because it's there. The universe lives in you. The universe is you. I hope this resonates with you. Take one thing and move forth with it. Apply it in your life. Or maybe simply just ask for a sign and trust that you are the sign as well. If you have the desire in your heart, if something feels impossible, it's possible, because the word itself says, I'm possible. One of my favorite quotes, but I live by it. I believe it.